Hi, I think I'm live. I'm just going to check here and make sure that we're on. I'm pretty sure I'm live. Happy New Year. Okay, it's not Happy New Year yet for me, but I think for some of you, you actually in Australia, because I know I've got some followers from Australia. Happy New Year. Oh, I didn't even open up with my line. Hi. Actually in Australia, and I've got look at that. I'm on. It's official. Okay. I didn't say my saying, so I was so excited about going live, and I'm excited about this year. There's lots that I'm going to be sharing with you, but let me get into my whole thing. Hi, I am Misty. Welcome to Trusting Love Tarot. I'm your Sacred Union coach, here to show you the light that I see in you. So I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about the energies of 2021. And I don't know how you guys are planning on spending your New Year's, but just wherever you are, big love to you. Okay. And I want to get into these energies. Okay. I'm also going to do a read, and I'm going to give you guys just a little bit more information on kind of what I've been seeing and what's to come. And I just want to give you a little bit of a heads up. It started by kind of chaos. I actually have torn apart my studio, and I reset it up, put everything into different places. As you can see, it kind of looks a little different. And prior to me sitting down, my Wi-Fi didn't work. And I right away, as soon as I was going through the fluster, so right up to the moment of me going live, it was like last minute. And I'm here to tell you that that's kind of what 2021 is going to feel like. It's going to go so fast. There's going to be so many moving parts. There's going to be so much that's going on that it's going to be imperative for you to really stay centered, stay grounded, stay in your heart, because really that is what is going to help you to navigate the fast pacedness of 2021. I know 2020 probably felt like it was a little slow moving, and that's because, well, there was a lot of slow moving parts, especially when we go into like lockdown and where all of these new ways of being are kind of thrust upon us. Everything kind of slows down because it's new. Well, now that we've kind of already been in the momentum, and 2020 really showed us that it was going to be a different kind of life. Let's just say it that way. It's going to be different, like totally different. 2020 literally kicked our butts, and now 2021 is going to show you what you're made of. And what I mean by that is whatever you survived in 2020, and I know I'll give you a little snapshot of what I kind of went through, and I'm sure it was the same for you. There's a lot of real struggle, as we all adapted. I know for me it was big. There was a moments of struggling, but 2020, if anything, showed me. And I'm wondering, what did it show you? Because it showed me that no matter what, I know that I can get through whatever's thrown at me. So 2021, you are to see it as an adventure, because that is exactly what's going to happen. It's going to be one adventure after another. The only thing that you really need to be looking at is how you see it. What's the perspective? It's about us changing our perspective. And I saw the Hanged Man a lot when I was pulling out cards. And there was this constant energy of like hanged man. And it's about changing the perspective. There's also going to be moments where there is going to be those moments of now. You need to be in your present. You need to be centered. But really to see things differently, to be open to seeing things differently. 2021 is going to ask that of you. Huge. The way that we were seeing things and the way that we were in our relationships before are not going to be the same. We're changing. And as we come more into balance between our masculine and our feminine aspects within ourselves, because we now know we have both, and we now know that it's within that centeredness of balancing both that you become the most whole you can possibly be. And to balance it out means you have to heal and move through the wounds of both the masculine and the feminine. And if you're on this journey and if you're on this channel, there's a good chance you've had multiple lives, that you've experienced both being masculine and feminine, and that you've got some of those wounds that need to be cleared from your energetic field. And that's just part of this journey. Now, that being said, a lot of stuff is being collapsed right now. So we were already going through that, where timelines were being collapsed. And that was like 2018, 2019. So I ask you, one of the things that I've been guided to get you guys to look at is, don't just look back in 2020. Look back in the last 2 years and what has happened for you on your journey. Make a list of all of the amazing things that you made it through, that you were able to come out on the other side, because this will give you that inspiration, that extra momentum, because there's going to be a lot coming at you for 2021. This is not to scare you, because remember, you can only have or get what you can handle. And so don't worry about it. You're totally going to get there. So seeing it from a different perspective is in terms of your money, love, and freedom. Remember, all of those things are experiences. And that you have the complete totality over the experience itself. And what I'm saying by that totality is, it's like control, but it's not like control. It's an open feeling. Totality is that you are open to let the experience take you. And that's what 2021 is going to show you, that it's all about having an adventure. It's not about being specific or precise about it having to be something. And that's non-attachment. And we'll be talking about that when it comes into the reading. Got a feeling I'll be talking about a little bit of that. And shifting consciousness. Okay, so I'm going to do some readings, and I'm going to put up my little banner that I've made for you guys, because I am going to be doing some little mini readings. So I hope this isn't annoying, but I wanted to put it across like a little kind of ticker. And then you guys, as my gift to you, I will do some mini reads, because there's lots that's going to be happening for 2021. I'm not even looking at you guys. I'm looking at my ticker as I'm reading and talking to you. Okay, so let's get into this, shall we? I am going to pull up. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful year. I hope that you guys are ready, because I've been shown oh my gosh, I did a podcast for my Patreon, and it was an early release, and I am going to be releasing it to the YouTube people as well. I go into a little bit of the other visions that I saw. And it's sort of like a buffet. It's like a buffet of choice. It's going to be like having a huge hall of tables and tables and tables of these choices. And you're going to learn how to single out those choices. You're going to learn how to do that. That's going to be part of your gifts. You're going to start to identify. Oh, I just had a whole bunch jump out. Wow. You're going to start to identify. Yeah. Okay. This is beautiful. You're going to start to identify that what you went for before at the buffet table will no longer satisfy. And now what's going to happen is you're going to start to see things almost light up, or they're going to look differently to you. And it's going to call you. It's going to pull you to it. Okay. Okay. So the first card I get is the Page of Swords. So the page I love, because the pages are very much about like who they're going to become, right? Like, remember, you're graduating through life, and all of us are kind of going through that, right? Where we start out as who we think we're supposed to be, but that's that influence of everybody else. And that's when we're kind of younger, tweens, going into teens, that influence, right? And so this is, who am I going to be? And with it being that Page of Swords, it's sort of like especially with us moving into more of the air element, with a shift astrology, and not that I'm an astrologist, okay? It's just that I watch others and I find it so fascinating. And the shift, it seems to be taking us into more of there's going to be more mental activity. You're going to be thinking about, you're going to be communicating certain ideas. There's going to be more ideas. You're going to be seeing things differently. Katie Byron, the work of Katie Byron has just been coming into my world the last 2 days. What I really love about her is she gets you to kind of like learn about what is your truth. It's instead of just taking something at face value just because it's always been said by everybody. Well, it hasn't necessarily been said by everybody. It's just that it was a moment in time where something seemed to resonate, and then people took it on as their own, and then it becomes this perpetual. And is it truth? Like, just because someone said it so long ago, is it now still ringing true? And that's what you're being asked to look at for like 2021 is, are you getting it like from here, or are you getting it here from you, your truth, what seems to be right, what fits, what resonates? And that's what's really important, okay? And because it taps right into, and I get the Lovers, and I'm going to tell you something. This one is my favorite card. Like, it's my favorite. If you hear my son, he's right now gaming with his friends. They're on a Zoom conference, and so they're having some fun upstairs. So you might hear some exuberance. And isn't that what New Year's is all about? Right? So I'm hoping that you're experiencing some of that, and that you're going to have that energy all around you. And if you don't have it right now, then come on. Why aren't you joining me? Come on and join, and then let's take a look at what's happening, or what will happen for you in 2021. I can give you a nice general read. So here I've got the Lovers, and this is going to be really big. Like, we had, these past few years, it's been very much about, I feel it's been an internal journey. Yes, you may have met a great partner. I just saw 1212. You may have, and if it didn't fully come together, or whatever happened, okay, or you are together, maybe you're not together, or maybe you've been in separation for whatever your journey is, your beautiful story is. I feel that, like, it's going to be 2021, 2022, 2023. I feel there's going to be more of like partnerships, looking at relationships, looking at how we are in our relationships, in our friendships, but really, really fundamentally how we are in our intimate relationships. Especially with the Lovers here, right? And again, it's that whole union. It's the balancing out between the masculine and the feminine within, which is prominent. It's prominent. And when we do that, then it changes the relationships that we have with others, as it should. Okay. And so Lovers is also about unity within. It's also about experiencing the bliss within. Okay. Being your own lover. Okay. And how important that is. And then we get this. And I've got this, okay, Two of Swords. In this one here, I love it because it's her showing this, she's not unhappy, you see. She is, but she's blindfolded. Now, of course, it looks like she's going to take it off. She's going to go and do that herself. And these guys are trying to distract her from taking off the blindfold. So I feel like for some of you, what aren't you wanting to see? What are some of the untruths that maybe you need to be looking at? What are some of them? Because it might actually be really affecting these unions. This is actually playing a big part for some of you. This is big. What aren't you seeing? This is really coming as, and it's either in the partnership of, I think it's like a past partnership. And what I mean is sort of that representation of what lovers were, or partnership was, or what you've seen in terms of partnership, love, or something there. Okay, because right after that I get ace. The Ace of Swords is great because it's very much about clarity. Okay, it's about clarity, clarity, clarity. So maybe that will come because that's sitting in that future position, and then the star is right after it. So also what I love about the Ace of Swords is it's like the Ace of Swords. Granted, this is downloads. There's my son. This is uploads. This is you connecting in. This is you open. Oh, maybe that's what that is. Once this comes off, okay, you make that decision. It's so hard to do this one, right? To remove that mask and not let the distractions hold you. This is what comes. This is what comes. Because you go from a 2 to a 1. So it will be found. You're going to get that clarity because you've got the blessing. You've got the blessing. Okay. There is a big blessing that's coming in. Okay, let's see what else. There was so much that came up, but if I need to make this, oh, this one just jumped. Look at this. Death and rebirth. Okay, so some of you, there will be, okay, what I love about this though, is this feels like this is like a huge beginning. This is like a massive, huge beginning. Rebirth. I don't feel like it's the death because it's right after the star. And we get the Two of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting? So we've got the Two of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Okay, so partnership with the Lovers here. So it's definitely involving partnership. Of course, hello, if you're on this channel, it is about that. But there is something that is key here. There's a feeling here of maybe a new direction, of maybe a new partnership, or an openness in the partnership that you hadn't experienced before. That will be that massive rebirth because of this balancing out within, you know, and that's something that I'll be talking about quite a bit in my teachings, okay, for my Patreon members. How important it is to have that balancing out within. That when you can come into that beautiful, blissful balance within the chest, and it's within yourself, you're finding that love for yourself. There's no greater gift. You are the lovers. You become the lovers within yourself. And that's going to be a great gift for 2021. I just feel like that is paramount. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah. Some of the other notes that came up were accept what you have in the moment. Okay, so this is what's coming up here too, especially with this. Okay, this is that sort of like day, night cycle. And I know that we think that we move along linearly, and we do, okay, because we're orbiting, right? And so it's very much about that. But really what's happening is we're experiencing the cycle of a day. We're experiencing the cycle of the day. And we're following it in a calendar. And so we're saying, you know, it is March 2nd. I know it's not. Okay, so let's go by the actual date. So today is December 31st, 2020, and we're about to go into January 1st of 2021. So we're ending one day, we're going to go to bed and we're going to wake up. And so a lot of us, what happens is we're going to wake up and we'll be like, okay, it's January 1st. And what day is it of the week? That is usually what will dictate the adventure that we're going to have. Okay, so case in point is if it was a Monday and you're going back to work, you would then get up and you'd be like, okay, I got to get to work and I got to do all of these things. As opposed to kind of throwing the calendar away. This is the first year I've not bought one for myself. I bought one for my son, but I didn't buy one for myself. And it's because there's a part of me, and I'm really being guided to share this with you, the same kind of energy that maybe you can hold within yourself, okay, is to turn this into sort of like that Groundhog Day, except it's not repeating over and over again like the Bill Murray. And I love talking about that because I feel like a day in itself is a cycle. And we're watching it move across like this, right? Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7. Well, what if within your year, this new year that you're going to be taking on, and this is part of what I want to talk about is, we've had this and we've had people do that. Wake up in the morning and take it on like it's a brand new day. No, really, literally it is. What if it's actually that day that you're doing over and over and over again? What if you're like waking up and you're like, okay, I go to work and I do this and I do this and I do this, right? And I do this and I do this and then I go to bed. And I wake up and I do this and I do this and I do this and I do this. So 2021 is going to be like, no, we're going to have a bit more of an adventure. 2021 is asking you to wake up and go, all right, this is a brand new day for me. What am I going to bring into this brand new day for me? What am I going to bring into this brand new day for me? And how are you going to start it? And you know what? And the great thing is that this is the other part to it, is that you can fill it full of a whole bunch of adventure. And then the next day you wake up and go, okay, I don't want to today. Today's going to be my couch day. Okay. That's kind of the energy of what's coming. And so that changes goal setting. And that's something that I was going to be talking to you guys about. Goal setting is wonderful. We say like, I want to achieve and I want to have that house or I want to have that boat. Okay, so let's take it outside. Now let's bring it inside, because that's when you're going to have the best experience. And the best experience is this, is to look at everything that your little dream box, your little to-do list, your bucket list, whatever you call it. When you're about to go, I want to take on this, don't look at it from the, I want to take on this. Look at it from the, what experience am I going to have from this? And make it small. Like, for example, if you want wealth, all right, if you want, let's say $10,000. Let's start with $10,000. You want $10,000 in your savings account. That's a lot. What if you started with, what would it feel like to have $100 in my savings account? And you start with that experience and you start putting $25 each month. So 25, 25, 25. In 4 months, you would have $100. Okay. I know that's just time, letting it pass. If you want to do it weekly, you can, whatever you want. And then once you reach that 100, what is that experience you feel? And then you can go from there and go, okay, if it's 100, what would it feel like if I had 300 or 500? And then go to like 1,000, and then to, do you know what I'm saying? And then each time what you're doing is you're looking at, what are you experiencing? And by you building that momentum, by you building the momentum of the experience that you're having in the one, you'll want to continue to do it. And that's when you're going to start assessing your day, okay? Because you're going to start to assess the experiences you're having within your day. And you're going to, honestly, you're going to start looking at them as, are these experiences I want to have in my day all the time? Like, what are some of my bad habits? What are some of my bad behaviors? What are some of the things that I kind of want to shift or change? Because the experience isn't what I want it to be. And that's what's going to be asked of you. very much is, how are you feeling in the experiences you are creating? And that's the other part, is that you're the creator of them. When you shift your inside consciousness, your outside automatically shifts. Automatically. Okay, so I've got, okay. Yeah, and that's in there, and I think I already put some notes on the bottom. Okay, I'm getting some more energies, so I'm going to do a little bit more of a read here. Now, I know that I'm only in about 25 minutes here, but I think other people are like really enjoying their New Year's elsewhere. And if you are, I hope that when this finds you, that you're getting the messages that you need to hear at just the right time. Okay. Some of you I know are alone, and that's okay. Some of you are alone. So I'm going to just say to you, okay, I know sometimes it can feel like, depending on where you are, sometimes we're better if we are sitting in our own company. And sometimes we're really missing other people, and it would be really nice if we could have them around us. And then there's some times where we have a whole bunch of people around us, but we actually feel alone. So wherever you are and however you're feeling, just know that you are loved, and that the universe totally loves you and supports you. And the deeper you go into your consciousness, the deeper you go into your meditations, the deeper you go into your heart-centeredness, the more you'll feel that. It was really cool. Because I was having issues with my internet, I had to call our provider. And it's so great because, of course, people are working from their home. And this gentleman is answering the call, and he's helping me. And there's some kids in the background. And I just love that. I love when how we're all coming together. We're all supporting each other. We're all loving each other. And he's like, they're not my kids, they're my neighbor's kids. I'm just taking care of them while they decide to have their own night together. And I'm like, oh, bless you. Like, well done, you know? And we started talking, and he was talking about his situation. That happens to me all the time. Like, I'll just be with someone. We'll start talking, and they'll tell me about their story, about their lives. And I love it too, because however I can give back, however I can help. Anyway, he was wonderful. And he was in a situation that a lot of us have been in. And the situation is, and of course, I'm not going to say his name, and I won't give too many details, but essentially that he's not with his partner, and he hasn't seen his daughter in a while. And it breaks his heart because he really wants to be with her. And something that came up in our just mini kind of coaching session was, let's not even talk about it like that. Just a connection. We were connecting, and I was able to help him with my skills. That's what I do. He essentially just said, I'm hoping God, will help me. And I'm like, of course, but it begins with you. And if you change, right, and not expect everybody else, just accept what it is. And he said, well, he said, I'm from a broken home, and I don't want my daughter to be from a broken home. And so what I said to him was, but she is in a broken home. And so I need you to look at that and to see if you can accept that she is. And that the only part of your job right now in this moment is for you to love yourself, love her, and heal the wounds from your own childhood, because that same broken home patterning is there for a reason. You're the one who's supposed to heal it. And that's what happens. That's patterns and cycles. So you guys are probably going to start to see that more, where you'll be like, oh my gosh, like I'm repeating the pattern of this in my family. It's because you've been donned with the task to heal it. Okay, and you can totally do it. Okay, so I'm going to pull out just a little bit more. I've got just a little bit more energy here. Yeah, we're getting into about 30 minutes. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick kind of energy surface. For some of you, I think that will be seeing this later. Yeah, I'm going to tap into you guys. Because some of you are having a really hard time, or you've got options that are on the table. Oh, this is part of that buffet that's going to be offered to you, part of your new year. The buffet. So sometimes it's fun, hey, to have that buffet. The buffet. Buffet, as my son would say. First time he had a buffet, he was so excited. And I said, go ahead, pick whatever you wanted. And he came back with marshmallows and sprinkles. So what are you going to pick at the buffet? There's someone here who has a lot of choices. But you seem to be moving away from, because you're being called. You're moving away from all of the choices. You're moving away from all of the choices. You're being called. This is a divine masculine. Okay, so divine masculine. You had a lot of options before. A lot of them. This is a lot of different things. This is lots of different things. It's not just lots of women or something. It's everything. And I think in the past, it was probably very confusing for you. It was was wonderful, the ego, right? It was great for the ego, but it took you places you didn't want to go. And kind of, that's what I'm getting from this here is it took you into too many different directions. You see, because she's not looking up, right? She's not directing it. She's being directed. The other part to this too is this time, though, is leading into the future. It's because of a call. There's a call. You know where you're being guided to go. You're being guided to go. Here. This could also be a divine feminine. This could also be a divine feminine who had lots of options, and she knows now, and that she's been called. There's an absolute inner knowing that either that this is the person that you're supposed to be with, or this is the person that you are to become, divine masculine. You know that it's inside of you. Let's get clarity on that. Yeah, for a new beginning. So this could be a new beginning in a career, divine masculine. This could be a new start. This is a new start. Yeah, you're moving away, completely brand new start. A brand new start. There was some deceit, though. There's some deceit. I just want to pull. Okay. Within a connection. Yeah, because I'm getting like the 3 of Pentacles, right? This is that working together, and this is that steely behavior. It's also abusive relationships, right? And here you are going into rest. This is absolutely needed at this time, a healing, yeah, so that you can be free. Something really big happened. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I just got relationship, separate, grows, true love. So I feel this is a reading very specific for someone who, has left, and you're heading into a brand new direction towards your love. You're heading into a brand new direction towards your love. That's going to be happening for you in 2021. Oh my goodness. Okay, and I've got another one of you. You need something from this deck. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm going to hide this for a bit because it's distracting. Oh, I just wanted to have that for those who are coming on. So I said I would do this for about an hour, so I am. But I know that for those who watch it, wait, look at this. Do something different. You're supposed to do something different than what you've done before. You keep doing it, hun, or you want to do it different. Okay, let's get into this. Yeah, you keep repeating it because you're looking back at the memories of what you had. You got to do it different. Something is coming up. Yeah, you keep going back here and expecting that that is now going to come and be here. It won't. You have to let that go. Okay? Whatever happened, happened, and have it as a memory. Have it as an experience, like what I was talking about. Having an experience and honoring the experience for what it was is beautiful. Don't hold on to that, oh, I wish we could have that again. You're not supposed to. That was that moment. It was that moment and that moment only. Let it go. Okay, so that's what you're being asked to do. That's for someone specific. And then this one is, I'm just going to pull. I'm just going to pull. And yeah, and your message, you will get it. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. Play. Absolutely. Play. Oh, okay, so I'm getting something from that. You're too serious when you're connecting. You need to lighten it up in your communication. You need to play. You need to, I know that a lot of the time we'll get used to the idea that maybe we need to flirt. Flirting is nice, but flirting isn't always appropriate. And so playfulness is that kind of fun back and forth, and it doesn't have to, there's lots of books, okay, if you need to learn about that, but it's just about having that fun and laughing. I feel like, I know it's been a tough year, okay? Yeah, look at this. I get time. You're trying too hard. Give it time. So just allow it to unfold. There's something that I always say, and that is allow the delicious unfoldment. Because it's just so scrumptious. And when you can just surrender and let go, don't hold on so tight that it can't breathe, right? Okay. Sorry, that one's not for you. Okay. Okay, now I'm getting some energy of someone else. All right. So I'm going to be spending the rest of this time just sort of whatever comes. It may or may not make sense. Okay. say I need to shuffle my deck more. Because I have one. So let's do that for you. And there's my sun. Oh my gosh. I just love it. I love it. Oh, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Whenever you guys see this, okay? Happy New Year. Okay. Okay, we've got some real heavy feelings with this card. This is the wanting to create something new. More than that, this is everything. This is with it being the Six of Cups. Okay, this is a heavy love. This is heavy energy. This is an intense, I don't know how to express it. It's like, this is a really deep love. So the reason why I'm getting this is, look, do you see how much, right? And you go through this. This is that love of eternity. This is that love that you've had for eternity. And it fills you every time. And you're not letting it go. This is divine masculine, divine feminine. You are not letting this go. And even though you are not in this person's life at this moment, you're not letting it go. There's no way you'd let this go. And so you're trying to manifest something new. No, and I don't mean new as in like a new union. It's not that. It's cleaning up the old so that you can come in and have this big love. This is a really big love that I'm feeling in my chest. Okay, you both want this, but there's this little bit of an, not an immature, like you guys don't know what you're doing, but it feels like you don't feel like you know what you're doing, but you do. Does that make sense? It's like, because it's so new and you're stepping into such a new place with each other, I feel like there's a new place after this Magician. Something has just happened. It's new. And you don't know how to handle it. It's like, and I had this come up before, right? It's like options. It's like, but it's not options as in, all of the plethora of people. It's nothing like that. It's like, how do I go about doing this? How do I go about, because when you made this choice selection before, no, it's not that. It's not that. How do I describe this? It's like, you know what you've done before and you can't remember what cup it's under. That's what it's like. It's like, you know how you have, I'm seeing like these cups that are like moving, right? And you're trying to find the nut that it belongs under. It's like it's that new. You're stepping into something so new together. Look at that. And you get the Empress. So new, you're birthing it. And you're stepping into the Empress, whoever this is for. You're stepping into that Empress place. Strength. You're nervous, though. Kind of scared. This is really big. Really big. Two of Wands, but you've already decided. You know you want to go out there. How come you're not going, though? What's holding you back? It's just glass. There's just glass there. You haven't decided? Oh, maybe there's a bit of fear. Oh, you've decided. You're just biding your time. That's what you're doing. But it's not like that. It's not like you're saying it's not that. It's like you're waiting for that knowing moment. No, because there's fear in there too. But it's like Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Are you waiting for him to bring this love in, or her? So that this can happen? No. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. Would you make up your mind? Okay. Oh, but we got a Tower. Is that why? Yeah, that's what it is. That's that fear I was feeling. The fear that I was feeling was about, because it's so new. Yeah. And if you guys are part of my channel, and if you're new, welcome. And I see I've got some viewers. So please, I'm going to put my scroll thing at the bottom. I'm going to do mini reads. And I just want to happy new year. And so yes, please, if you have any questions, oh my God, I do have some here. Susan, happy new year. Hi. Ask a question. I will do a reading for you. So I was just finishing this reading here. And hey there, Angel. This one here is intense. This is a really heavy love. You're afraid it's all going to come apart. That's what I feel. I feel like you're afraid that if he actually does show up, what's going to happen? Ooh, I'm going to pull one more card for you if this is your story. My twin flame ones, okay? These are those beautiful golden twin flame oracle. I got them off of Etsy. Suzanne, do you have a question for me, you awesome lady? What would you like to know? And if that scroll thing is too annoying, please let me know, because I'm just trying to let you guys know that I'm here for you. Happy New Year. Okay, let's finish this reading, because the future. Is that what you're afraid of? Really? Are you? So maybe this is something you need to look at, because this is your future. Oh, whoever that reading was for, that was intense. I'm telling you, I felt so much love. So much love. And I've got love song at the bottom here. Okay, let's do this again. Let me see here. Yes, you can. You can totally ask a question for a friend. Just if you can put your pet name or your special name for them if you don't want to put their first name, but I do need to have their name, okay? Because I see your face and your name. So if you can just give me something, and then I can feel into their name. Okay, I have 2 of you watching. This is so cute. At first, when I have nobody, it's like, okay, I'll just feel into my future read, the future. Oh. Okay, so I've got a little bit of I've got a walking away. I've got a walking away. And then I've got 4 of Cups. Is that something for your friend? Maybe, Susan, what would you like to know? This might be for someone else. Beach Beauty. Okay. What's the question for Beach Beauty? Because I already have a bit of a beach theme here. And something about a walking away is coming up. And then I also have the 4 of Cups. And the 4 of Cups, you know, I love this one because this is showing me, you know, this, and I'll explain to you how I see this card. So this is like, you know, mehville. This is and life it's okay. I've already had this. And then you see this beautiful one that's being offered here. Well, this is that total divine bliss. This is that chalice. This is that cup that's in your heart. This is you, right? But she's not looking in the direction of that. So beach beauty might be sitting in a little bit of that. What's your question, Susan? She's healing. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into beach beauty. Okay. Let's see what's happening. I'm getting the 10 of Pentacles. I mean, does she have a big family? Is she part of a big family? Maybe she's having to be away from a big family. Missing her family. Family is really important. And I get the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. This is cold, okay? So beach beauty, potentially as she's healing, but she's cut some stuff out of her life. Because this is the Queen of Swords. And typically the Queen of Swords, because it's swords, it'd be like communication, but I'm not getting any communication from this card. I'm getting the opposite. I'm getting like cold, like nothing. And then this is coming up. This is of course, okay, this is big. Are you partners? You love her? Are you friends? No? Are you partners? Suzanne? Again, I keep getting options. Your new friends. Okay. Your new friends. Oh, but you have a connection. Is she one of those friends? You know how you have those friends where you just meet somebody and you're like, I am going to be friends with this person? There is something here, Susan, that you guys are going to help each other heal. You see, because I get this. This is that, of course, we know what this is. This is heartbreak. Okay. But this here, this is the opening up and the healing. And sometimes, friends, new friends, they come in at the perfect time for us to help heal and to soul connection. Yes, I thought so. Because you just know when you meet a really, really, yes, you've been mirroring. Okay. Yes. And you will. What is this about here, though? I feel like there's all of these other confusing options that are coming up within your guys's lives. This is going to be big for 2021. So if you do look back in the earlier part of my read, and I was talking about what 2021 is going to really be about, this key card keeps coming up, and it's like a buffet of options, of choices. It's going to be a buffet. And I'm not talking like, just a mini buffet. Like I see a hall of tables and rows of options. Okay. But you guys are going to have to hone your skills. What you've been asked to do for 2021, okay, with your intuition is you're going to start to see things differently. Your perspective is going to change, and you're going to start to see, like, for example, if you're looking at a table of a whole bunch of different kinds of food, you might actually see the shrimp ring light up, or it'll sparkle, or there'll be something to it and it will call you to you. It's like your soul connection. Okay. You're now going to be called to go to different directions, and now it's going to light up for you. So what I want to point out is, look at that. There's this red bowl here. It's going to be like that. It's going to be an obvious, out of all of those choices, this is the one my soul is calling me to, and you are to listen to it. You are to listen. Because it'll help you to do the healing and the letting go necessary. Follow the breadcrumbs. Your higher self is going to be leading you into a brand new direction. You're mirroring, which is great because you're going to heal together, Suzanne. You're going to heal together. That's why you met. I hope that was good enough for what you needed. Okay, more questions. Do I have more questions? Because 2021, you've been asked to look at it as an adventure. 2021 is going to be throwing so much at you. You've got to not go, you don't want to be like that. You want to be like, okay, I'm ready and I can see what's coming at me. And it's going to be like the Matrix where you're going to be able to see things kind of fly. Yeah, you guys have the ability to do that. You're so welcome, Susan. You're welcome. You guys are going to be able to, like I said, you're going to be able to see it. It's going to be obvious. And if it's not, walk away from it. That's what 2021 is going to be all about. Is it's going to be really high, heightened discernment. And you guys are going to love it. You're going to come into new ways of your intuition that you hadn't experienced before. Okay, be ready. I just had this one jump out again. Yeah, this. And this is that I'm supposed to talk about it again. And it's about that truth. You know, Byron Katie, right? The Works by Byron Katie. And what she does is she gets you to like question, is that true? You're up against something, you meet someone, you're about to go do something, or someone says something to you and you're like, is that true? Even the smallest things like, okay, keeping a really clean house, is that necessary? Like, and to ask yourself to go, is it true that I need to keep an immaculate clean house? And if it's true for you, then that's true. Do we absolutely need to keep an immaculate clean house? Does everybody? And should we judge if someone doesn't? That's going to be what we learn in 2021, is that what is true for one may not be true for another. And to honor that, right? And to go, I like a clean house, but she doesn't, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're going to be getting to. That's what we're going to be getting to. All right. I'm going to pull some more energies. This is for some heartbreak, loneliness, sadness, missing your partner. Anger. Oh. Yes. Anger. Long journey. My cards don't want to work for me at this moment. And as I'm getting all of these, like, yeah. And I've got 10 of wands that I saw in my shuffle. But the 10 of wands here is a little bit different. She's leaving the wands behind as she's carrying them. It's a new direction. You have to accept where the person is at. Okay? If you have someone in your life that you absolutely love and they can't be with you, the greatest gift you can give them is to accept where they are. As angry as it makes you, and as sad as it makes you. Because I'm going to give you a little secret. The more you think about them being where they are, it perpetually feeds that reality for them, and they won't move from it. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you sort of go, like if you're lamenting on the fact that they're with somebody else and what they're doing, why didn't you just say, okay, I accept they're with somebody else and I'm gonna do me. Now, if you're on my channel, if you're a twin flame soulmate, and that's what I talk about here, and I should have probably put that in my scroll bar. Maybe I'll go back and do that. But if you have this connection, if you're connected with someone, All right. And you can feel them. You can sense them. You know that they're a part of your life spiritually, energetically, okay, however you're connected. The hardest part is being away from them physically in the beginning. Okay. I don't know how long your journey has been going for, but there's something there. Okay. Just know that, and I just saw the clock, it went 100001. So I feel like this is you guys, and you've got all those zeros in between you. But what you don't understand is that's empty space. There's actually nothing there. Separation is illusion. You keep thinking that you're really separate, and you're not. You're also doubting the path that you're on. You're fairly new to this path, and you're doubting that you're in this connection. That's what it is. You're in the frustrating part. You're in the, I don't want to be in this anymore. Get me off of this freaking roller coaster that actually never stops, by the way. It doesn't. You're like, actually it does. You come to a place, if you've gone through the acceptance and you've opened up your heart completely to your partner and you just accept them and you love them fully, the roller coaster gets less intense. Just so you know. So that's where you want to get to. You want to get to the bliss. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you want to get to the bliss. And the bliss is that oneness that you feel, okay, across your chest. Again, this one keeps coming up. Truth. What truth? And is it really true? You know, how you saw someone, I don't know how long you've been on your journey, while. Part of some of my readings and what I do is to get you to reevaluate your connection. To always reevaluate your connection. To understand that how you met that person or how they were, and if enough time has passed between you, and if you've changed, they've changed. People change, people grow all the time. Okay, so understand that if we keep somebody here in this box, then that's all we see in them, right? But as soon as we go, okay, I let go, you see so much more. And then there's the potential then starts to show itself of what is yet to be between you. And that's the biggest gift. Okay. It's not holding on to an outcome. It's nothing like that. Okay. Now I've got lots of different groups. Okay. So for those that are watching this, and it's not necessarily about a soul connection, you're just mentally thinking about somebody and you're thinking that there is something about them. And so we're going to talk about attachment, and we all have it. We all have a way of attaching ourselves. And sometimes it can be in a way that it's actually for a purpose, by the way. You attach yourself to somebody because there is something about them that you need to learn within yourself. It's always, they are going to mirror back to you exactly what you need to heal. Everybody that you meet, right, Suzanne? Right? We are the mirrors of each other, and we show each other all of ourselves. Okay, if we're in a truth-based relationship. Here I am, not here I am. You can't see all of me. I don't want you to see all of me. Why not? And majority of us, we walk around like this, right? Like you can't, if you were to know me, if you were to really know me, would you accept me? Could you love me? Right? It's that. Instead of, and that's why everybody will tell you, okay, mirror exercises are the best. So you can look yourself in the mirror and go, can I love me? Can I live in my truth? Can I live in my absolute freedom of truth of who I am and live in my authenticity? Or am I going to be like this? And, we all have done it. I still do it to a certain extent. I don't know what I'm doing to my camera, but you get it, right? We all go through these times in our life where we feel like we have to hide who we are, we have to lie, or whatever it is. And it's mostly because we don't feel that that other person is going to hear us, see us, honor us. That's why we lie, right? Well, I don't anymore. I used to, until I figured out, I was like, why do I lie? I lie because to you, and I don't mean you, but you know what I'm saying? The person that I'm in front of, are they going to see me in my truth? And will they accept me in my truth? Or do I need to make up a story because I don't feel that they're actually going to hear me or see me? And even then, will they be doing this and I won't see them? And that's what 2021 is going to be about, guys, is it's going to be another opener, but it's going to be relationships. It's going to be about relationships. It's going to be how we're relating to each other, everything, right? So Corona was a great gift and how it made us sort of shut down, right? Shut down, go in, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper, go in, go deeper, go deeper, go deeper. That's what's been asked of you, right? Because it's when we have that time to actually close those doors and go, oh my God, like, who am I? And oh yeah, we've all done it. I mean, had our breakdowns, had our holy crap, what the heck moments. Absolutely. Welcome to normality. Everybody has stuff. Nobody is issue free, by the way. Like, nobody. I don't care who they are. We all have something. We're all, internally trying to reach our finest and our best. Okay. All of us. Anybody who comes across and they're just that little bit more of a this card just came out. I've got it all together. Haven't you played this card? I've done this. Until they get to know me. And I'm like, I'm not all together at all. They're like, well, I thought you were all together. I'm like, yeah, there's something wrong with me that I'm not? No. But what I do love about her is this calm confidence. And this is what your truth will bring you. If you can stand in your like, sure, I know that this knowledge, okay, but I'm going to go with my own ideas. Once you do, and you love all of your ideas and you love everything about you, this will be you. And you won't give a damn what everybody says. You're like, I don't give a damn. You shouldn't. Whoa, look at this. Because once you do, things come at you fast. You queen goddess. Oh yeah, because look at that. That's when you're like, look at what I can create. And this is when this becomes prominent. And I love this definitely for some divine feminines, okay? That 2021, if you embrace it, okay, because it is, 2021 is going to be an adventure. You are to look at it as an adventure. Yeah, and that actually is confidence, Susan. That is confidence. When you can be goofy, like me with my different facial expressions and the things that I do, that is confidence because I'm being me. And either you'll like the rawness of me or you won't. And that's what it's all about. And that's why people will come onto my channel or they'll watch this after. And I love it because people watch this after and because they don't catch me. I have a lot of people who are like all over the world. So I'm trying to find the right times to go live. So you guys need to give me feedback. Could you please, if you want to catch me live, can you put some comments down below, okay, when you watch this after? Because I get like a whole bunch of you watching me after. And it would be great to know when you would like me to go live with this info, okay? And I will do that. I will do my best, okay? But ultimately, this read is all about coming into the self. And we can all do a little bit more of that. less beating up of the self, more of the, I love you no matter what. I mean, I said that to my kid from the very, very beginning. Like as soon as he was born. And it wasn't until he was about 8 that I said to myself, I love you no matter what. So when was the last time you said that to yourself? I am new here, but I adore you already. Yay! Oh, thanks for being raw. No problem. That's what I'm all about, man. That's what I'm all about. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, I want to feel into some of my future. There's going to be other people who are going to be watching me besides just you, awesome lady. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'm going to do, I think, just one more here. And then I think I'm going to like scoot off. But we'll see. Because I got to go and love my son too. Okay, the energy here. Again, we're getting this 10 of Pentacles, family. Okay. A lot of people are really missing their families. Yeah. You know, I think that's probably the toughest time of this corona is really now we know who our peeps are. We know who the people are that we love, that we want to be connected to. In whatever way we can be connected to them. Right? Whether it's from afar, you figure it out. You're like, okay, we'll Zoom, you know, whatever, if it's Skype, whatever it is, but you're figuring it out, right? This is that, I really get that strong. And that's just only going to be enhanced. It's also a tribe card. It's like finding your tribe. It's manifested, right? So Pentacles are earth. And the Hanged Man, again, is that new perspective of actually seeing people in a different way. And that's the other thing too, is, you know, as you come into your own strength as a beautiful person, as you come into the fullest aspect of you, like, I mean, it's not fullest. I shouldn't say that, because you're constantly learning about your amazing self. And that's what this goal of living is, by the way. It's one of my greatest sayings that I say, and we're talking about truth. Okay. And so feel the truth of this, make you the greatest project of your life. I mean, that's what you're here to do. If you want to take guitar lessons, take them. It's an experience. That's what you're here to do. You're here to live it. You know, if you want to take painting, go do it. It's an experience. Your soul, you want to experience this. You want love? Okay, and you don't have it right now, then you got to love yourself. Like, you got to really learn to love yourself. And to be able to, and others. I love how, and I probably caught this a little bit after. And 1010, by the way, Suzanne, that's a completion number. It's when you can bring all of your experiences into the wholeness of you. That's when you're like, this is what I'm here to do. And so if it's knowledge, if it's to love and give love, be of service, to have children, to whatever it is, have those experiences. And I want to come back, I want to talk about sacred union, twin flames, and those who are in separation. Okay. It's really important that the greatest gift is to accept this beautiful connection. That's the greatest gift you can give yourself, is when you can get to that place of, okay, I accept I am connected to this person. Okay. After years and years, or however long you've been on your journey, you're still connected. There's still all of this happening within you. It's happening for a reason. It's happening because there is something here you need to learn about you. It's actually not about them. And you're teaching them the same thing, right? So honor yourself first, because that's exactly what they're doing, And so if it is a matter of, they're over there and they're doing their own thing and you're over here and you're doing your own thing. And if you can find that peace within your heart and connect in love and be there and stay there in honoring, is just going to accelerate you in your life as it will for them. Okay. And then when you're just open to the potentiality of what it could possibly bring you, and that's that hanged man stance, that's that I'm open. And that's what 2021 is asking you to be, is to be open, to not have judgment, to look at things in a different way, to turn it upside down, to change your perspective and to create something new, because you are, in every experience, you're choosing to have it. So for example, I was talking about money earlier, and if you're wanting to have the experience of having more money and gaining more money and you want to be wealthy, well, there's the steps. And so you can go back and watch that. But it's you who actually chooses the experience. So for example, if you look at your bank account and you have $5 in there versus, let's say, $500 in there, what is your experience? They should be the same. They should be the same. You should be able to look at your account and go, I've got $5 in my bank account. Woo! Or I've got $500 in my bank account. Woo! You missed the beginning of this live? Yeah, but Suzanne, guess what? It's posted on my channel, so you can totally go back and you can see it from the beginning. So that's what I do. I leave it there for you guys. I think I've got like 100 and something now, 120 some readings, videos, and all of that. I've also got a Patreon page where I'm going to be releasing all of my sacred union, relationship, twin flame teachings, and all of that. So, plus other things. It's all about relationship. I am a relationship and intimacy coach. Okay. Nirvana. Yeah. This. Okay, if you can do everything what I just said, and that is that whole living in the experience. And the best way to live in your experience is looking at how you see things. Are you seeing it from a place of lack? Are you seeing it from a place of abundance? Are you seeing it from a place of black? Or are you seeing it from a place of white? What if you were just to go in the middle? What would that experience be? You'd be more open, right? The other thing too is to have absolute gratitude. Gratitude for the shit days and gratitude for the bliss days. Both. Because you're learning something. And that's what you're here to do. You're here to reach your highest potential. You're here to be the most amazing person of your life. That's what 2020 is really going to show you. That you're here. 2020 kicked your ass, okay, with everything that happened. And it's not just 2020. Like, again, I invited you guys to look back because there has been an acceleration that has been going on for some time. So I want you to take a look at the last 2 years, not just the last year. I want you to look at the last 2 years. I bet you lots of significance has changed for you. King of Wands. This is going into a new read. We've got Divine Masculine who'll be bringing his love forward. Very much so. It's being blessed. So for 2021, one of you, potentially that is reading this, is going to be coming into union with your Divine Masculine. I love when I get this card. Some readings are like, no, I don't want this card. Okay, yeah. You know what? You got to accept the bliss with the shit. Like, just to be honest, because it's when we can accept that some of the crappy elements of our life are actually teaching us as well. And it's not for us to beat ourselves up over them. It's for us to recognize that they happened. And what do I need to learn about it? What is it teaching me? What is it showing me? Who am I? Who am I going to be? Have I done this before? Is this familiar? Okay. Why do I keep doing this? Asking ourselves those questions make you the greatest detective of your life. If you don't feel worthy of having this union, it will stay right out of your reach, just slightly there. Or it'll come in and then you will sabotage it in some way. And you're afraid of that. You're afraid of sabotaging this love. Guess what? It's so gosh dang big and beautiful and delicious that you can't. But what can happen is you can damage yourself enough that you're seeing the relationship differently. You see, and that's what happens. That's what people don't understand is that, you can get yourself to a pretty okay place. But if you're not allowing yourself to go just that little bit more of who you want to be and to love yourself, then when you are faced with these big loves of your life, this is the person that you will see, because you're not seeing the person that you are, that you've become, right? Because you're constantly growing, evolving, and being new. You are not what you were. This keeps coming back. And that's what you keep beating yourself up over, is past indiscretions. It's so interesting how I talked about this. I had some issues with my technology before I came on. This is going to be 2021. There's going to be all these different things that are going to be thrown at you, and you're going to have to juggle it while staying centered. There's going to be a lot. It's going to be a fast moving year. And so it's okay to be here. Just don't stay here. And how long do you beat yourself up? What are those insecurities about? Remember, okay, there's a bit of this pedestal, putting someone on this pedestal. They're so fabulous, or they're at a higher place than I'm feeling. And that's when that unworthiness comes in. And that's the sabotaging part. So what you need to do is you need to go back to okay, I'm going to pull out just a couple more cards here because there's a little bit more here. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. That's what it is. There is a cycle. There is this repeating loop, patterning that needs to be looked at. Something that you keep doing, and you potentially go back to addictions, codependence. There's something. But you see, this is so big. This is so big. It cannot be denied. This is so big. It cannot be denied. It can't be. And the brightness and the beauty of the connection is just so beautiful. Yet you keep going here. And I got to show these cards. Look at this. And you keep running away. You keep running away. So it's this patterning of this beating the self up. It goes back into the patterns. You go into addictive and you do the leaving, the running away. Okay. We're going to turn this around because you can change all of this by understanding that you are not your emotions. You are not your emotions. Your emotions are like, how did I write it? I think I wrote it on the back of my notepad. Isn't that interesting? I just wrote this, and this was before I started the reading, but this is for you. You are not your emotions. Do not be afraid of them. They are like signal lights on a car with a bad fuse. And that's exactly what emotions are. Emotions have this way of coming in, and they're not you. They are an experience that you're having in the moment. It came from a trigger. It came from whatever. It could have been here. Usually it's what were you thinking? And then you'll feel an emotion. Okay, you are creating your experience, okay, at all times. So, but remember, the emotion, even though you're feeling it, is actually out here. And so all you have to do is name it to tame it. What are you feeling? Okay, so that's number one. What are you feeling? And then to understand that it is just an emotion. To get into that habit and maybe write it on a Post-it, put it somewhere. And when you're upset, you know, I need to go to this place. It can be your closet, it can be whatever. And then on the mirror on the wall, have that it's not who you are, or whatever works for you. What I just said, there was something in there that worked for one of you. Take that, whatever works, okay? That the emotions, they're not a part of you. They're just out here. So name it to tame it. What is it? Name it to tame it. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn it around and you're going to go, okay, why do I keep going back to this? Whatever you were thinking. Whatever you were thinking. Why do you keep going back here? There's a reward. You're getting something out of it. What is it? Write it down. It's a pattern. You've been doing it. You've been doing it over and over and over and over. It sends you back here. And then you feel like you have to leave, and you don't. You don't. Okay? You can release your emotions. You have to understand that they're right out here. They're right out here. Okay? And then once you do, let's see what cards we get, because it will change. You'll be able to turn it around, and I'm getting the sun, okay? Because you're going to see yourself in a new way. You're going to see yourself in a new light, and that's what you're being invited to do. You're inviting a new perspective, a new way of looking at yourself, a new way of looking at the situation. Okay. A part of this too is the purging that happens. Some of this too I'm feeling is after a big connection or bliss or something that comes into your life that's really good, you'll go into a spiraling pattern of, I can't stay this way, so I've got to go back here into the feeling bad. And I talked about this in my last reading, and I'm getting this guy again. This is that running. But this is that running away from either the feelings of the past so that you don't have to deal with them, or the feelings that this person is bringing up in you. And it's part of the purge. It's part of the facing of the self. And if you keep covering it up, it's just going to keep coming. It's just going to keep coming. So why don't you just face it? Why don't you just look in the mirror and just say, okay, these emotions aren't me. It's just a part of my experience so that I can grow. They're like little flash bulbs that are going, alert, 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 alert. There's something going on. And so it's alerting you to the fact that you are feeling anger, frustration, fear, whatever it is. A lot of the time, because you're not used to feeling what it is, it'll feel like a soup. It's like a soup of emotions, okay? So go into the soup and look at it like it's alphabet soup and start deciphering, oh, this is a bit of carrot, this is a bit of the pasta, this is a bit, okay? But what you're doing is you're going to start to feel into each of the emotions, and it'll help you to understand what it is. Name it to tame it. Okay, so I am going to be wrapping this up. Learning to be a creator. You're learning to be a creator. Awesome. Good. If you're going to create and you want to do something like this, the best way to do it is to just start. If you want to be creator, do it. Do it. If you were saying what's on your bucket list, right? I think that's where you're getting that from. You want to learn to be a creator. You are a creator. You're in it. It's part of you. Your sacral chakra, if you're open and very aware to it, it will show you. So connect with your higher self. Show me my juice. That's like me here. Like, this is my channel. I'm a creator here, and I love being here with you guys. I know I'm going to have more of you after. It's so interesting being here. And I've got Susan. Nope, my ego is not wounded at all, because I can actually feel all of the people who will be watching it after. And that's the cool part that I want you guys to tap into. Okay, that's part of confidence, is when you can sit and be by yourself and you're like, okay, I'm alone. And you're like, oh, I'm alone, because you are experiencing yourself physically alone. But if you go into your heart, and if you were to go into your intuition and to actually feel out into the world, oh, you're not. And then you would start to feel like, I can go in and sort of get a feeling of you guys. I get a feeling of the people who are going to potentially watch this after. I get a feel. That's going to be you. You're going to be honing in on these skills. That's going to be you guys. Yeah, like, this is not just me. I am part of the teachers that are out there to show you guys that this is within you. You have it. These are your gifts. This isn't just me with my cards and I have the ability to go in and I can, read into you. You have the ability to do that with each other. You do. I'm going to do one real quick one here, and then I have one last real quick thing to say. And then I'm going to wrap this up because I want to go and have New Year's with my son. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year. It is. There's going to be chaos, of course, but it's going to be a great year. I'm just so excited. And I'm getting the ace of swords again. Very good. Very good, Suzanne. Ace of swords. Okay. So this is about that clarity of thought, clarity of truth. Who are you standing in your authentic self? That's what's going to be asked of you of 2021. That's really the biggest message, is who do you want to be? And if you are already so, this is you, but that there's this much more of you. Really get to know this much more of you. All those things that you've been wanting to do. We talked about this, Susan, right? If you want to go and do that, you want to be a creator, you want to go and you want to have those experiences. Remember, they're little mini experiences. Goals are experiences. So, I did all my coaching, and then I went through my spiritual awakening, and it just changed me. Yeah. Coaching is different. It just changes it. After you go through a spiritual awakening, it just changes everything. And when you're on a twin flame journey, it just changes. But it's about experiences. I don't want you to set a goal to go, by this time, this is what's going to happen. Just sort of go in general, and then go, okay, for the next week, I'm going to do this. I'm going to eat more vegetables. Okay. That's one of mine. I want to eat more vegetables because I want the experience of feeling healthy and vibrant. And instead of having crunchy chips, I want to have crunchy veggies. I want to have the experience of that feeling that I know what it feels like to be healthy. So for the next week, I want to experience eating vegetables. And if I am experiencing them in a way I want to be experiencing them, then maybe I'll add that into my next week, and then maybe my next week, and then maybe my next week, and then maybe my next week. That's the best way to actually go about creating goals or how you want to do things, because we can set these lofty goals that I'm going to get in shape. Well, why don't you just start working out? I'm going to work out tomorrow. Remember earlier in my video, I was talking about how our day is actually like a groundhog day. You can wake up every morning and you can go, okay, this is a brand new day. So yesterday is gone. It's already done. So now is my new cycle. I'm in my new cycle. Okay. So this morning, I'm going to get up and I'm going to meditate. Okay, cool. That's part of my experience that I want to have. I'm going to do it. I'm going to add it in. Oh, and I'm going to eat some veggies. Bonus, right? That's what it is. It's about introducing these new experiences into our lives. And then when we have those experiences, like, do I want to experience more of this? How do I feel when I'm experiencing this? Do I want more of it? If I just worked out, and you're sitting in that and you're like, oh, I'm exhausted and all that. I want you really to tap into the end of that workout. And I want you to go, oh my gosh, how do I feel? How am I experiencing myself right now? How am I experiencing this? And do I want to do this again? Heck yeah, I do. And that's what it is that you're then training your beautiful self, loving your beautiful self, actually. And you're saying, I want to have more of this goodness, as opposed to what you're used to feeling, right? Which is the default. Your default has been maybe down here, but you want to be up here. But don't make yourself go up here. That it won't work. You'll go back to this and then you'll beat yourself up. That's not goal setting. That's not it. I want you to feel the experience of loving yourself in the moment. Am I loving myself by doing this? Because that's what it is. It's the experience of that. And I want you to embrace it like that. And so I am going to cut this off, but I do want to say one thing. And this is part of that whole unity consciousness and how we are actually going to shift it and create it more, because we're in it. And that is this: by you loving yourself more, you're actually loving me. And let me explain. You are me and I am you. By you being here and watching me, this is a mirror exercise between like individuals. So when you love you more, you enable me to love me more, because the aspect of you that you see that is me, you are going to love. You are going to fall in love with it. So when you fall in love with the aspect that is me, when you see me, all you'll see is love. So please fall in love with yourselves. Fall in love with yourselves deeply. Fall in love with yourselves. So much love to you. So if you are new to my channel and you like what you see here, please hit that subscribe, like, comment, share. By you doing that, you help others to find my channel. And I'm so grateful to be here and to do this work. I'm so grateful, and I have so many beautiful ideas that are just being crammed into my brain of all the things that I want to roll out for you guys for 2021. It's going to be momentous. It's going to be huge. So I just want to say thank you to my Patreon members. And thank you for this beautiful year. I started my channel in 2020, July 21st. So this is actually only 6 months. But I look forward to 2021, and I look forward to being with all of you and sharing great readings, insights into your sacred union, and helping you to find and have more love, peace, bliss within. Namaste. Bye. Happy New Year. Ah! I should have one of those poppers, and I don't. Okay. Take good care. Love you so very much. Namaste. Bye, Suzanne. Have a blissful night too.